Good afternoon, everybody. It is Steve Lookner with Agenda Free TV. If the weather cooperates and everything else cooperates, we are here to cover the SpaceX Starship 10th flight test. You can see the launch window opens in 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 47 seconds. Honestly, I don't know if it's going to happen because I don't know if the weather's going to cooperate. And also, there could be some other issue. This is what happens with space launches. But we shall see. So we're going to assume it's going to happen. We're going to assume it's going to happen. But I apologize in advance if it doesn't happen. That's happened before. The last 3 test flights of the Starship have ended with the spacecraft exploding during the test flight. Earlier than it had flown on previous test flights. Then in June, there was an incident where the spacecraft exploded on the ground during testing. So SpaceX is hoping to have a better flight this time. And this SpaceX Starship, it's the largest launch vehicle, most powerful launch vehicle ever. NASA is hoping to use it to bring astronauts to the moon, maybe as soon as 2027, although I don't know if that's going to happen. Elon Musk wants to use it to bring people to Mars. But there's still questions about whether this is a viable launch vehicle. They haven't made it work reliably yet. So we'll see what happens today. It's an important test flight if it actually takes off. And the weather, I'm looking at a live shot now. It seems to be blue with some clouds. So we'll see what happens. This is in Texas where this is happening. This is at the Star Base in Texas, in southern Texas. By the way, a quick thanks to PH Survivor 92. That's so kind of you. And also Kerry Poteet for the gift memberships. And I want to shout out our moderators. Roberts Mayqueen is here. Janet B. We will have, if it happens, we'll have the live video for you, by the way. We're going to have the SpaceX feed. SpaceX itself does not go live until a half hour before launch. So we'll have that for you. Thanks, Janet B. for modding, Roberts Mayqueen. And all of our other YouTube moderators. And we'll talk before then about what's going on. J. Joannet on Twitch, McBritches and Sarah. Oops. I'm supposed to have things on silent. Okay. Linda Bell, Larry, Misha, who moderate for us on X. And our Facebook moderators too. Thank you. Kay Lowry Body. Thanks, Kay, for moderating. Margaret Riley, all of our other Facebook mods too. I will be checking also to see. Elon Musk himself just posted a short while ago. And he said it was happening. I mean, at least as of his post. Elon posted at 27 minutes ago. Elon Musk posted Starship 10 launching tonight. That's what he said. So it's on schedule at the moment. A couple of the recent test flights, the spacecraft has exploded during the flight and debris has come down. I want to say in the Caribbean, if I remember right. I know we covered it. And then there's some planes had to change their paths because of the worries about the debris. So we'll see what happens here. And I want to be taking some comments from you tonight. As you can see here, it says SpaceX eyes Starship reusability milestones and rocket's 10th flight test. Oh, thanks to Richard Williams. Hey, good to see you, Richard, from the UK. Thanks to Richard Williams, our moderator. Thank you. Yes, as Ben C. says, this launch is from Starbase, Texas, which is right near Boca Chica. Am I right? I got to pull up a map for you guys. Let's pull up a map so you can see it. Okay, so here's this. Hold on 1 second here. Trying to position this right. Okay. Starbase, Texas. Hold on, I didn't do this quite right. Okay, see it says Starbase, SpaceX launch facility. Oops, what a pain this is. Okay, so you can see this is in southern Texas. See, it says Starbase down there. Starbase is a city, formerly Boca Chica Village. It is there. It's near Brownsville. It's not far from the Mexican border. Starbase. If you're wondering about the weather, so I'm looking at one live stream that seems to show blue in some clouds. Here's radar Omega right here. So this is the current rain radar for radar Omega, precipitation radar. Now, this is Texas. And where is Starbase here? There's Boca Chica. Does it have Starbase on here? I don't even know if Starbase is labeled. But it'd be right near. You can see there's Starbase. I mean, Starbase is basically right down. It's right near the border. It's just a couple miles away from the border. Okay, so if we go to the radar here, I mean, you can basically see it's in this area. So I don't know if this is noise on the radar. I mean, this is clearly rainfall here. I don't know if the green here is just noise. Might be noise from the radar. I mean, clearly there's some rain here, 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 here. There's rain in the area. It's not all noise. It's like some rain out here too. How about this one? How about this Corpus Christi one? Oh, that one's good too. So look. I mean, you can see some rain around there. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's Radar Omega. It's a radar app I like. Now, Bob said currently 45% chance of a launch due to weather. So I saw that figure earlier. I think that was from a while ago. I don't know if that figure was ever updated. I read an article that mentioned that there was, at some point, given a 55% chance the weather would interfere. But I don't know when that actual number came out. According to the SpaceX countdown, at 9 minutes from now, the SpaceX flight director will conduct poll and verify go for propellant load. So that's in about 9 minutes, okay? Oops, sorry. This is the 10th flight test. Hold on 1 second. I want to check one thing here. All right, let me read some comments from you guys. Our viewer, John Rocker, says, they test to get the bugs out. Version 3 will be next, more powerful. Yes, as AnyBite says, there is not going to be a catch of the booster. So the actual, let me just pull a picture up from Reuters. You can see this Reuters article here. I have some pictures for you. But the SpaceX Starship consists of the lower part, the super heavy booster, and the upper part, the the Starship spacecraft. Here are some pictures from that article here. So if I can zoom in on this picture here, which I can do, and I'll do that. Oops, too much. See right there? Oops. Ooh, I got it. Maybe a little less. So that's the top is the Starship spacecraft. The bottom is the super heavy booster. So sometimes, now this whole thing is, the plan is to have the whole thing be reusable, the whole thing. There have been test flights where they caught the booster on the launch pad with these chopstick mechanical arms. They're not planning on doing that today. They're trying some different things with the booster today. So they're not trying to catch it back on the launch site. So, and they're not attempting to catch the spaceship back on the launch site either. I think the whole thing is more than 400 feet high. Yes, 232 feet tall super heavy booster and 171 foot tall Starship, upper half. This is not a live shot. I'm showing you a photo here, but if the launch is going to happen a half hour before the launch window, a half hour before the launch, SpaceX will go live, and we'll have that video for you. Let's see here. Austin Batman says there was a scrub 2 weeks ago in Florida. Was that a different launch that had an only 10% chance of not launching due to weather? I mean, things can scrub for other things besides weather. Although I don't know if the one you're talking about was a weather scrub. Canada Stu thinks there's going to be another explosion during this flight test. Macro Geek thinks the radar doesn't bode well for the launch. Hey, thanks to Polly, by the way. Good to see you, Polly. I hope you're well. Thanks so much for the memberships. And thanks to Jean-Paul Lechance for the memberships. Thank you so much, Jean-Paul, and Mama Oki for being a member. Travis Hesselman says, I don't want no scrub. You know, normally this is like, I think, one of the only events we cover where there's a significant chance it might not happen. It can happen with these space launches. They can scrub for weather or other reasons. So, and you don't know in advance. So I do apologize in advance if it doesn't happen, but we're assuming it's going to happen. Elon Musk himself posted about 45 minutes ago saying it was going to happen. Hey, let's give you a little background on this. Let's talk a little background here. Reuters says that Elon Musk's SpaceX is set to launch its massive Starship rocket for a 10th time from Texas on Sunday to achieve several long-sought development milestones missed due to past tests ending in early failures. Remember, NASA, I believe this is the space launch vehicle. This is in the spacecraft. This is what NASA is going to use to get astronauts to the moon. That's the plan in the coming years. This is it. This is I think they're working with Blue Origin too, but Blue Origin is not as close as SpaceX. But it's not clear. I mean, they have to get this developed and safe and ready to fly and signed off on. Also, Elon Musk wants to use this to bring people to Mars. The 232-foot tall super heavy booster down here, and it's 171-foot tall Starship upper half sat stacked on a launch mount at SpaceX's Starbase rocket facilities ahead of an expected 7:30 p.m. liftoff time. An hour and 17 minutes from now. Now, it said here Musk is expected to provide an update on Starship's development progress prior to the rocket's launch on Sunday. I believe that didn't happen. My understanding is there was supposed to be a X Space providing a technical update about Starship earlier today, but it didn't happen. Yes, Spaceflight Now said this talk on Starship that was supposed to happen at 6 p.m. Eastern Time was canceled. So I don't know why that happened. That was supposed to be at 6 p.m., about 13 minutes ago. Hang on a moment here. Reuters says that development of SpaceX's next generation rocket, the center of the company's powerful launch business future, and Musk's Mars ambitions, has faced repeated hiccups this year as NASA hopes to use the rocket as soon as 2027. That's an optimistic schedule from what I understand, for its first crewed moon landing since the Apollo program. The future of SpaceX's Starlink satellite internet business, a major source of revenue for the company that has been deployed by SpaceX's workhorse Falcon 9, is also tied to Starship's success. Musk has been keen on using Starship's greater lift strength to loft into orbit larger Starlink satellites designed to expand the constellation's bandwidth. This year, 2 Starship testing failures early in flight, another failure in space on its 9th flight, and a massive test stand explosion in June that sent debris flying into nearby Mexican territory have tested SpaceX's test-to-failure development approach. Still, the company has continued to swiftly produce new Starships for test flights at its sprawling Starbase production facilities. So, SpaceX is known for taking this different approach than usual with developing its spacecraft. It likes to test rapidly and then use the tests to figure out what it needs to work on. Use the tests, things that go wrong in the test, give them information to do another test and to improve things. So they do more rapid testing than a space development company normally would. They're known for this. More rapid testing, more tests, more rapid tests. Things go wrong, you fix them, and you keep going. But again, the last 3 test flights, 7, 8, and 9, have had explosions, and not on the ground. And then there was an explosion in June of a Starship spacecraft when it was doing testing on the ground. I believe the previous test flight was May? I can show you here. Anon says this could be interesting. Yeah, if you look here, list of Starship launches. This is from Wikipedia. Yeah, so 2025, 7, 8, and 9, January, March, and May. In May, the ship experienced a fuel leak resulting in a loss of control. The ship was passivated before re-entry. And why is this looking all weird here? And broke up over the Indian Ocean. In the flight in March, during the ship's initial burn, its engines experienced a premature shutdowns due to hardware failure on one of the center engines, causing it to spin out of control and eventually lose communications. Flight 7 in January, during the ship's initial burn, its engines experienced premature shutdowns due to a propellant leak larger than the ship's systems could handle, followed by a total loss of telemetry. This was attributed to a harmonic response of a magnitude greater than was seen during testing. The vehicle subsequently exploded over the Turks and Caicos Islands, prompting airspace closures in the region for over an hour. I think on test flight 8, if I remember right, I thought there was a second flight where there was airspace closures. Starship Flight Test 8, Wikipedia. Yes, the vehicles, it was, Ship 34 was destroyed before, this was in March, was before completing its planned flight, as during the initial burn, 4 of the 6 engines experienced premature shutdowns that resulted in a loss of altitude control, followed by a total loss of telemetry. The vehicle's breakup was observed from the Bahamas, Florida, Jamaica, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Austin Batman says 2 consecutive flights blew up over the Caribbean. Oh, was the launch window moved? One of our viewers said the launch window was moved. Hold on a second here. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Yes. It has been, the time has been pushed back 20 minutes. The time has been pushed back 20 minutes. Well, what I can tell you is that is based on a report from Spaceflight Now. Limp Wrist Recap says, I doubt it's going to happen. I believe there is a 1-hour window. Now, SpaceX hasn't posted that officially. But Spaceflight Now is saying that they have now pushed the launch back 20 minutes. So I have to change my, I have to now change my clock here. I'm going to say launch. Launch scheduled for. Scheduled for. All right, give me a second. I just have to. Okay, so it's now 1950. Update. Oops. I have an extra space in here. Let's get rid of the extra space. Oh, or it'll be launch scheduled in. Uh, 1:28:36. So my understanding is that there was an hour launch window. So they can't just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. So it was scheduled for 7:30 Eastern. Now it's scheduled for 7:50 Eastern. So if my information is correct, that would mean they can only push it 40 more minutes. You know, I don't know. Oh, yes. On their website, I can confirm this. As one of our viewers just said, if you go to their website, it now says T minus 128, basically. So yes, it is on their website that it now says T minus 1 hour and 28 minutes. I don't know. I mean, so far they've moved the launch back 20 minutes, okay? And let me remind you, SpaceX was supposed to do a technical update on Starship with Elon Musk at 6 p.m. Eastern 20 minutes ago, and that did not happen. This doesn't sound promising to me. I'm just telling you. Where did I see the mention about the weather? NE says, I'm saying scrub. We might do a poll. We might do a poll right now. About whether this is going to happen today. Yes, on Saturday. Okay, what the 55% number is. So, last night, SpaceX had said last night that the weather was 45% favorable for liftoff. Now that was last night. I don't know what that number is right now. But last night, yes, I'll show you what they said. I'll just show you what they said. Hang on. Here's what they said. Why is this being all weird? Why is this being weird? All of a sudden, this is being weird. Why is that? Hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. Here's what they said last night. They said it's a 60-minute launch window. That window opens at 6:30 Central Time. And weather currently 45% favorable for liftoff. Now that was last night. Well, now that launch window, 1/3 of it has been used up, because they have now moved it to 6:50 p.m. Central, 7:50 Eastern. Okay, hang on a moment here. I am not seeing any updates from SpaceX right now. I'm looking. Hey, let's do a poll. Will this happen today? Ready? We're going to do a poll right now. Will this launch happen today? All right, I'm posting it on YouTube. Now I'm going to post it on X. I mean, not on X. I can't post it on X. I'm posting it on Twitch. And I'll post it on Facebook as well. All of this takes a minute or two. Okay, so I asked you guys, I said, will this happen today? Here is what you guys said. Here are the poll results. On YouTube, so far it is basically mixed. 52% say no, 41% say yes. The Facebook poll stuff is all messed up. Terrible. Facebook polls are, Facebook is terrible. It just doesn't work so much of the time. But the poll thing is just broken, basically. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. So maybe you can see it there, but just really not good. Stuff messes up there a lot. I mean, streaming-wise, just stuff messes up there a lot. At least in my personal experience. All right. Let me show you what people said on Twitch about this. "56% on Twitch say it is not happening today. 46% say it is." Hey, thanks. Jean-Paul Lachance gave more memberships. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Bar Downsky says, "These always take forever." Peter Rasmussen is watching from Denmark. Red Fox Live 24 says, "Are we all going to ignore how successful Falcon is and how they caught a literal sky..." Oh, I don't know if it's a literal skyscraper. It's not literally a skyscraper. But how they caught a skyscraper out of midair in the past few test flights. Oops. Sorry, this thing all got weird. What happened here? Here we go. Oh, thanks to Gleggy. Gleggy gave 5 people gift subs. That's really nice of you, Gleggy. Thank you on Twitch. Thanks, Chris VKC on Twitch. Thank you, Chris. Jen Junkie, thanks for subscribing on Twitch. Thanks, Dark Crypto 800 on Twitch. Brainstorm Warning, thanks for your support on Twitch. And also PZ Papa Zulu, our member. Thank you. All right, so we're going to thank you for voting in our poll. I don't know, guys. We'll find out soon. One way or the other, we will find out soon if it's launching. Let me see what else I can find out right here. We don't have many. The liftoff time cannot be pushed much farther. It can only be pushed 40 more minutes. Let me show you what the radar looks like. Take some more comments too. Hey, look, it's the radar. It's the rain, it's the precipitation radar. Now this is I have the Corpus Christi one on. I can put this one on too, but I was getting some more noise with the lower one. This is from Radar Omega. So I think some of these little green spots are probably noise on the radar, but there's clearly rain in the area. I mean, the area to focus on is where my pointer is, right here. Just here is where we're talking about. But we can actually see it on here. Where is it? It's right in here somewhere. There's Brownsville. Anyways, it's on the coast near the border. I'm not going to worry about it right now. But, I mean, basically you want to look right near the border on the coast. I'm looking at a live shot online that is definitely showing some clouds in the area. I don't know if that matters. I have no idea if that actually matters. Hey, the poll ended up 50-50 on Twitch. So I don't know specifically if we're talking about the rain being an issue or possible lightning or what. That I don't know. Oh, the timer. Hold on. Did they adjust the time again? I am looking at the SpaceX website. Yes, it looks like the timer just got, one of our viewers who says that, got pushed forward about 5 minutes. So now it's at 1:11:45. So did they push it up 5 minutes? Is that what they did? Okay, so now I have to adjust my clock again. So now they changed it to 6:45 Eastern. 6:45 Eastern Central, 6:45 Central Time. 7:45 Eastern Time. So they actually just moved it forward 5 minutes. That's interesting. Maybe that's a positive sign. Okay. Again, half an hour before the launch, they will go live and we'll show that. This is the SpaceX Starship. It is the space launch vehicle under development by SpaceX, which is supposed to bring the next American astronauts to the moon. Maybe as soon as 2027, but that probably is a bit too optimistic. Elon Musk wants it to bring people to Mars. He wants to use it to launch bigger satellites for his Starlink internet. And it is the most powerful launch vehicle ever built. But the last 3 test flights have ended up in explosions. And there was an explosion on the ground in June of the Starship during testing. Reuters says the setbacks recently underscore the technical complexities of Starship's latest iteration, packed with far more capabilities such as increased thrust, a potentially more resilient heat shield, and stronger steering flaps, crucial to nailing its atmospheric reentry, key traits for the Starship's rapid reusability that Musk has long pushed for. The whole thing is supposed to be rapidly reusable. Around sunset, the stacked system, if everything goes according to plan, the stacked system will blast off from Texas before its Starship upper stage separates from the Super Heavy booster dozens of miles in altitude. Super Heavy, which has returned for a landing at its launch pad in giant mechanical arms in past tests, will instead target the Gulf of Mexico for a soft water landing in order to test a backup engine configuration. Meanwhile, the Starship spacecraft will briefly ignite its own engines to blast further into space, where it will attempt to release its first batch of mock Starlink satellites and reignite an engine while on a suborbital path around the planet. If all goes according to plan, Reuters says that about an hour into the mission, the ship will then target an atmospheric reentry over the Indian Ocean, a crucial flight phase that will test a variety of prototypical heat shield tiles and engine flaps designed to endure a barrage of blazing heat that has largely shredded the rocket's exterior during past tests. D. Vin, our viewer, says, I'm at work tomorrow. Light this candle today. 7 Pumpkin Sauce says, probably been some design changes since the last launch. It is launching from Starbase, Texas, in southern Texas, the SpaceX launch facility. So we're at 1:07 and change until the launch, which would mean 37 minutes until the SpaceX live feed starts, which we will have for you. Oh, thanks to Polly for your support on Patreon, too. That's really nice of you, Polly. Thank you so much, Polly. Area 51Z says, what time is the explosion? So they pushed the launch back 20 minutes, and then they moved it up 5 minutes. But right now, it's still a go. Berta says, is it happening? Well, we just have to see. That is interesting that they moved it up 5 minutes after delaying it 20 minutes. Let's see here. Hang on a moment here. Thanks, Rick Mack, for sending me the screenshot. Yeah, 13 Alamo mentioned that Artemis 2 is scheduled next year, which would carry U.S. astronauts and a Canadian astronaut around the moon and back to Earth. That would be the first crewed mission to travel beyond low Earth orbit since Apollo 17 and 1972. But this, does this flight Artemis 2, which is not a mission to the moon, that doesn't use, I believe, SpaceX. It says Artemis 2, it says Rocket Space Launch System, which is not made by SpaceX. So Artemis 2 flight is not supposed to be with the Starship. That's from Wikipedia. The Artemis program has the goal, is intended to reestablish a human presence on the moon for the first time since 1972. They are planning on using SpaceX Starship to get them to the moon. I believe the Starship is supposed to land them on the moon, the Starship spacecraft. But we'll see when that, we'll see, first, the first thing that needs to happen for that to happen is it has not been proven that this Starship launch vehicle can successfully be put into service, that it can achieve the reliability to be put into service. This is what the whole testing program is about. So it's not a given that, oh, if they tested it enough, it'll just end up working and they fix it enough. We don't know this. It's unclear whether ultimately the Starship development process will be successful. So we have to see. Callie Raven says, why not use the Falcon 9? So that's a good question. I don't know enough about space flight to know why that is not, that was not an option, or is not the chosen option. Aaron says Falcon 9 isn't a heavyweight craft. Starship is the most powerful launch vehicle ever constructed. Hold on a moment here. I looked online and I saw one article that suggested that Falcon 9 would not have the payload capacity or the mission architecture. Can't carry enough payload, I guess, is a big reason. Some of our viewers are saying they're go for prop load. Yes, I am seeing that they are doing propellant load. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Hang on a moment. Thanks to the launch pad, I appreciate it. I just sent you a message, launch pad. Yes, SpaceX just posted that the Starship team is go for propellant load. So, again, things are proceeding because they are loading propellant into the Starship. That was just confirmed by SpaceX. You know, the launch pad wrote in and said we could look at their stream. We could use their cameras. This is the launch pad who wrote this. So I'm gonna throw up their shot. I got to put courtesy of the launch pad on the screen. Very nice of them. All right, hold on. Let me get this on the screen for you guys. Via the Launchpad YouTube channel. I need a moment to get it on the screen here. You know what I need to do? You know what I need to do? It'll really help. I need about a minute. I need about a minute, guys. Give me 1 minute. Okay? I need 1 minute here because something is behaving wrongly, and I want to just, it takes me about 45 seconds to fix it. So in about a minute, we will have that live shot from the launch pad. Just give me a minute and let me get it up on the screen for you. If I don't, it's going to drive me crazy the whole broadcast. Once in a while, you get these things that happen. So give me 1 minute here. We're just resetting something here. Hopefully. But thanks to the channel, the Launchpad. That's very nice of them. All right, we're progressing. Things are progressing here, guys. Give me about 30 more seconds. And I'll get it on the screen for you. All right, good. That's good so far. Sorry, this thing just wasn't working, and I was like, we got to fix this. We got to fix this. Okay, we want to get you the live shot. All right, I can see it now on the screen. I can see it on the screen. That's helpful. We're just about there. Here's this. All right, there it is on the screen. Now I'm going to make sure you can see it. Let's see. Oh, you can't see it yet. Oh, I got to reset something. Ready? Let me reset this. Are we there? Maybe. Oh, look, we got it. It's from the launch pad. So what I got to do is I got to put their credit on the screen. Guys, it's from the launch pad. Live, Starbase, Texas, video courtesy of the launch pad. The launch pad on YouTube. It's a popular space channel. They've been nice enough to let us show their camera before we get the footage from SpaceX. Look at that. It's so nice of them. I'll post a link to their channel in the chat. They have a couple different feeds going. I'm posting a link to their channel. It's just the launch pad on YouTube. Okay. Sorry, I'm just about fixing what I was fixing before. So thanks for your patience. But we did manage to get the video up. Thanks for the launch pad. And hang on, that's fine. This I got to move over here. What a pain in the butt. This I'm going to move over here. About 54 minutes. The launch pad says space is better together. It's very nice of them. Again, they're over there on YouTube. I'm going to even say on YouTube. They got 2 cameras out there. I was just sent by our viewer Marcella. University of South Carolina said there was a shooter in South Carolina at Thomas Cooper Library on Columbia campus. This is the University of South Carolina. Subject reported as 6-foot white male with black pants. All right, well, let me see. Is there a scanner for that? We got 2 things going on at once now. No, there is no scanner in Richland County, I'm sorry. Yeah, so just to update you again, the University of South Carolina says there is an active shooter at Thomas Cooper Library on Columbia campus. Suspect reported as 6-foot white male with black pants. That's the main campus. I don't have details on that. I'm going to leave the video up and I'll try to get you some more information here. Again, active shooter reported at the library on the University of South Carolina campus. There's no scanner I'm aware of. I looked it up and I did not see one available for Richland County. There's a Columbia Area Railroad scanner. That's not going to really be helpful. And so I am keeping an eye on that as we also watch this. Let me check a couple different things there. Let me check something else. Hang on a moment, guys. Just give me 1 second here. Thank you again to the Launchpad for the video. Let me check something else here. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because I'm trying to get you an update on the South Carolina shooting reported at their campus, University of South Carolina. what I'm going to do real quick is, we're definitely covering this. And there's 48 minutes till launch. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to just change the title to both those things. Active shooter reported at U South Carolina, SpaceX launch soon. Okay, I mean, we're covering both these things. Sorry. So again, I know this is confusing, but we're covering two stories right now. There is the SpaceX Starship launch, which we came on the air to cover, which is happening in 46 minutes. There is also an active shooter reported at the University of South Carolina at the library. Let me try something here. Hold on a second here. Guys, give me 1 sec here. Just give me 1 second. Sorry. Just give me 1 second here. I am adjusting things here. I have to, hold on. I have to now adjust the thumbnail. I apologize. I need about, guys, give me about 1 more minute. Why is this not behaving? Please behave. Please behave. Please behave. Okay. We're doing this on the fly. And I'm changing the thumbnail. Okay, so again, 43 minutes till the SpaceX launch. An active shooter reported at the library on the main campus of University of South Carolina. So I'm trying to get you updates about that. And we're supposed to have live video from SpaceX soon. So again, we came on to cover that, and then this other story popped up. I'll read you again the update from the university. It said, active shooter at Thomas Cooper Library on Columbia campus. Subject reported as 6-foot white male with black pants. Avoid the area. Evacuate the area or seek safe shelter and barricade yourself in a safe area as necessary until further notice. I'm going to put this on the screen right now so you can see it. Sorry, we have these two things going on. You can see it says Carolina alert, an active shooter has been reported on the University of South Carolina. It's just from the university. Columbia campus at Thomas Cooper Library. Subject is reported as a white male with black pants, approximately 6 feet tall and still in the area. Avoid the area, evacuate the area, or seek safe shelter and barricade yourself in a safe area as necessary until further notice. Defend yourself if you encounter the subject. Defend yourself if you encounter the suspect. Wow. Obey public safety officials' commands. Public safety officials are on the scene. All right, so again, we have the footage up. We're waiting for the SpaceX video in about 11 minutes. Thank you to so much to the launch pad for the video. And Intel Point Alert, who I follow, points out that last week there were 2 hoaxes at colleges, 2 shooting hoax calls at U Tennessee, Chattanooga, and Villanova. So again, all I can do is go with what the university said, was that there's an active shooter at the library. That's what the university has posted. So we're covering both of these stories now. And I'm focusing for the moment on getting you some updates about South Carolina because, I mean, the launch is in 40 minutes and we'll have video soon from SpaceX. So I know we're not showing video from South Carolina. I don't have video from South Carolina right now. There's not even a scanner I'm aware of that I have access to from South Carolina. None. Yeah, I think on the right what happened is it's a little staticky on the right because the launch pad zoomed in for you. Sorry, normally we would be just talking more about the space launch. But I do want to make sure I don't have any updates to you about this reported shooter on campus. Yeah, there's not a lot of information on that. There's really not. I'm looking all around. So, again, I am looking all around. We are still planning on covering the space launch, but also I am trying as hard as I can to get you any updates on this reported shooting. And the people reporting it is the university. The university literally put out an alert that said active shooter at Thomas Cooper Library on Columbia campus, which is the main campus. Subject reported as 6-foot white male with black pants. So, still waiting to find out more. Yeah, people are People have been posting a video on social media claiming it's the shooter. That I'm not sure about. I'd be careful about the. Yeah, I don't know about that. There's a video floating around that claims to be the shooter. I'm not sure that that's legit. I've seen it a couple different places. So I would be careful with this stuff. Kelly Chandler mentioned that NBC News is reporting that National Guard troops in D.C. will begin carrying weapons tonight, including rifles. That's another story that's going on. It could turn out to be some sort of false alarm. Again, all I can tell you is that the university itself said there was an active shooter. But maybe they'll say it's not. Yeah, I've seen a couple different videos claiming that this is the shooter, but I would be careful about this. I'm looking at South Carolina news outlets, and they haven't had anything new that I've seen yet. Santos Flow, these live cameras that we're looking at right this second, the channel, the Launchpad, very nicely said we could use them. So that's why we're able to show you the Launchpad cameras. You can see those over at the Launchpad on YouTube, as it says right on the screen there. Courtesy of the Launchpad. They have a very popular space channel, the Launchpad on YouTube. You can check it out. So we continue to keep an eye on this launch, still planning on bringing you the live coverage of that. At the same time, trying to give you updates on the shooter report at the library, the Thomas Cooper Library, at the main campus of University of South Carolina. Very few details on that. Thomas Cooper Library is the primary library for students. Okay? That is the main student library. One of our viewers, Skeptical, says there's a video supposedly from the University of South Carolina, but the guy looks like he's carrying a long umbrella. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple of videos posted on social media. I have no idea if they're from today. That's my thought too, is like, I don't know if he's carrying a gun or an umbrella or something else. So I don't have, that is not particularly reliable to me. The university has not updated their alert. They are still saying an active shooter has been reported at the University of South Carolina's Columbia campus at Thomas Cooper Library. Subject, now it says has been reported. Subject is reported as a white male with black pants. Maybe it'll turn out it's a false alarm. Approximately 6 feet tall and still in the area. Avoid the area. Still nothing new from the university on this. Breaking news, it was a false alarm. Breaking news, it was no evidence of active shooter at this time. Well, no evidence of active shooter at this time. Breaking news, No evidence of active shooter at this time, which makes it sound like a false alarm. Look, this just got posted. No evidence of active shooter at this time. Police are searching. Please continue to shelter in place. So they have not said it was a false alarm. So let me correct myself. They have not said it was a false alarm, but they have said no evidence of an active shooter at this time. Well, I'm going to end up going away from that coverage. Oh, hang on a moment here. Launchpad says the launch is on hold. Is that happening too? Give me a moment here. Give me one moment. What happened to the launch? What happened to the launch? Sorry, there's too much happening at one time. So again, no evidence of a shooter at University of South Carolina. That's from the university. Is it scrubbed? Some viewers are saying they scrubbed it. Is that true? Yes, breaking news. The launch is scrubbed. Standing down from today's 10th flight of Starship to allow time to troubleshoot an issue with ground systems. Okay, well, no evidence of South Carolina shooting. SpaceX launch scrubbed. There you go. It all happened at once. Now they're not saying it's weather, they're saying an issue with ground systems. One of our viewers, Rebel Velt, says Reddit has a video of the shooter. So I guess Reddit knows more than the university, which said there's no evidence of a shooter. I don't think Reddit knows more than the university does. What I need to do, give me 2 seconds here. First of all, I need to change the title back to the original title because people are going to still think there's that shooter alert from the. I mean, there's still an alert status from the school, but at the same time, they have said there's no evidence of a shooter. So let me just take 2 seconds here and fix this, because I don't want to be confusing people. And then we'll take some comments from you guys. But they are standing down with the launch. Launch has been scrubbed. Catherine, our viewer, says better to stand down than to launch with issues. Flatbroke Production says, well, it didn't blow up. So again, we were up. Well, I'm going to take off my clock. The clock doesn't need to be up there anymore, obviously. So SpaceX has scrubbed their launch for tonight. They said an issue with ground systems. You know, they were supposed to do this 6 p.m. Eastern Time technical update, Twitter's X Space with Elon Musk, and that never happened. That seemed kind of suspicious to me when that happened. MTO Creations. There is no evidence of a shooter at the University of South Carolina. No evidence of it. That's what the university says. No evidence of a shooter there. Yeah, the whole show is scrubbed. The whole broadcast is scrubbed. No evidence of an active shooter at the University of South Carolina. Police are searching affected buildings. Please continue to shelter in place until there is an all clear, they said. Hold on. First of all, let me just do this. See? No evidence of active shooter at this time. Police are searching. Okay, so again, SpaceX has, oops, I don't need the clock up there. SpaceX has scrubbed their launch. I don't know when it'll be rescheduled for. I don't believe they have announced a rescheduling time. I didn't see one. Does anyone have any idea? But you know, this Samuel Miller says tomorrow. Max Q says tomorrow. Some of our viewers are saying tomorrow. But remember, they're saying they need to allow time to troubleshoot an issue with ground systems. So will they get that fixed by tomorrow? That's a whole other question. Is will they get it fixed by tomorrow? The clock is reset, one of our viewers said. Well, it's not actually going, though. On their website, it says T-minus 12 hours, but it's not counting down. So it's not a 12-hour clock that's active right now. By the way, I have a couple of people I need to thank because I haven't even... we've been so busy here the last few minutes trying to cover two things. By the way, I appreciate Ken Lance for your support. Cruella, thank you for your support. I got your suggestion has been noted, Cruella. Thank you. Retro Gem Boutique. Thank you. MTO Creations. Dennis Kennedy and Jean-Paul Lachance. Dennis and John, thanks for the gift memberships. John Smith and Steve Heiss and Reg Cummings and Noah Parker and the Launchpad. Thank you again to the Launchpad. That was very nice of you letting us use your footage. PZ Papa Zulu. Bob the Bomb. Thank you. Mama Oki. Scottish Lass. Corn Pop 82. Libertarian minded, and hang on, I'll see if I can get you any more information about both of these things we've been talking about. Ivory John, thanks for subscribing over on Twitch. C50 Pack, also Gleggy on Twitch. Gleggy says Artemis is NASA and is launching the next few moon launches. Starship will be used to build a sustained presence on the moon. Thank you so much, Gleggy. Hold on a second here. So, who knows when the launch will be? Oh, Intel Point Alert posted the video of a person carrying an umbrella who people online were claiming was the shooter. I just posted a link till Intel Point Alert posted a video. I want to post that. Yeah, I saw multiple videos posted claiming that this person was the shooter. Hold on a second here. Anyways, I'll post a link to it again. But yeah, a couple people had sent me videos, which I believe their videos were all of this guy. I don't even know if this is the university, and I don't know if it's today. But they had said, oh, this is the shooter. And what did I tell you? I said, hold on, guys. I said, wait a second. Well, no evidence of a shooter. Plutonium says assault umbrella. Again, I don't even know where that video comes from. So we'll have to see. Sorry, I have like dust in my eye or something. I have a contact lens issue. We'll have to see if SpaceX. Some of our viewers are saying that there's a window tomorrow for launch, but this wasn't just a weather. This wasn't a weather stand down. It was a trouble. It was an issue with ground systems. So how long will that take to fix? But we'll cover it. I mean, I want to cover the launch. Look, I told you when we came on the air, I said there's, these things often do get scrubbed. So we tried. We tried. We tried to cover it for you. We'll take a few more comments here. But look, I really appreciate you guys joining. I hate when we come on to cover stuff, but and it doesn't happen. But it's usually with stuff like this where it's a space launch, and I think people. I think people who follow space stuff know that can happen. Hodgepodge says you can't rush perfection. Billy Joe says, glad there wasn't actually an active shooter. Michael says, good news, no active shooter. Yeah, so my plan is going to be to cover this launch when it happens. If it happens tomorrow, if it happens 2 days from now, I don't know what the fixed time will take and the launch window situation is and everything. So we'll have to see. All right. Well, guys, at this point, I think I'm going to start wrapping up our coverage. I mean, we're here to cover breaking news. There's not much breaking news at this point with the launch scrubbed. Cece says, I'll be here. And if there's big news tonight, I'll come on the air tonight. If there's big news later tonight, I'll come on the air. You never know. You never know when big news is going to happen. So I really appreciate you guys being here for our live coverage. And I hope you can join us for our coverage when it happens. I think the last time we covered one of these launches this happened. Subscribe, follow the channel, Agenda Free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news without an agenda. And also turn on the notifications. I never know when big news is going to happen, when we're going to go live. I mean, I knew for this, but most times I don't. But we have a notification system that you can sign up for. You sign up, it's free. You sign up once and you get sent a notification every time. We do it through Discord. It works really well. So I would suggest signing up for our notifications. The mods can post a link in the chat to the free notifications. You can also find that link on YouTube and Facebook in the description for this video. Also, thanks everybody who's been sending me updates and posting updates about both SpaceX and the South Carolina situation. Although there were not many updates about South Carolina. The update now is that there's no evidence of a shooter. And a big shout out to our moderators who have been here too. Thank you so much to our moderators. They're the ones who make it that we can even have chat rooms. Roberts, May Queen, Janet B. Over on YouTube and all of our other moderators over there, thank you. On Twitch, 13 Alamo, Big Ball of Yarn, Matthew Kohai, 3 McBritches, and Sarah. And on Facebook, I know Kay Lowry Body and Margaret Riley were over there. Linda Belk, Larry, and Misha on X. Thanks to all of our moderators. Paul Anderson. Guys, the University of South Carolina said there is no evidence of a shooter. That's what they said. There is no evidence of a shooter at this time. They posted that 19 minutes ago. That is their last update. Also, I will post updates about the stories we've been covering or other stories on my X account, which is @Lookner. You can follow me there, @Lookner on X. Another good way to find out when we're live is follow us on X @AgendaFreeTV. I always post there when we're going live. I post updates about the channel there @AgendaFreeTV. And hey, thanks to everybody who donated. I feel bad that we didn't get to show the launch, but there was no launch. I really appreciate the donations. For example, well, I think I owe a couple. I thanked people before, but I might owe Cece. I owe a thank you to still. Thank you, Cece. So really appreciate your support for the channel. Hopefully I got everybody else. And a huge shout out to the Launchpad YouTube channel for letting us use their footage of the rockets of Starship. That was really nice of them. I just put the link to the Launchpad in the chat. The Launchpad on YouTube. They are a popular space channel. Also, hey, we have a chat. You can chat with other viewers on our Discord chat. It's free. A lot of our viewers like doing that. The link for the Discord chat is the same as the link to the free notifications. So check out our Discord chat if you haven't. And thanks to our Discord mods for all you do as well. Thank you, Discord mods. If you, by the way, if you watch us on YouTube, you might want to turn on the YouTube notifications. Another good way to get informed when we're going live. But it's a little tricky how to turn on the YouTube notifications. This is how you have to do it. What you do is you subscribe to the channel, then you click on this bell, and then you choose all notifications. Again, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell, choose all notifications. Hey, also huge thanks to our subscribers over on Twitch for supporting the channel. Wall Street and Shaggy and McBritches and Cece and Ivory John and C50 Pack and Gleggy. Sarah, thank you. And Tater Monk, thanks for subscribing. Did I thank Matthew Kohai 3, McBridges? Thank you so much for subscribing. Quake Clouds and all of our other Twitch subscribers. Very much appreciate it. Artful Nothing. And our Facebook subscribers for supporting the channel, like Robert Rial II, Sharon Klassen Goslin, Margaret Riley, Kay Lowry Body, all of our other subscribers over there. And also our YouTube members like Macro Geek, Jeffrey Morales, Evelyn and Maine, Grandpa Block, Civlap, John Flick. Thanks for being members on YouTube. Ken Lance, Justbo, Civlap, JD63, Gary Baines, Purple Cat Audio, Mama of Six, Dillamon, Cruella, Sydney, JD63, Kimberly Barr, Purple Cat Audio, Steve Heiss, Marcus, Just a Regular Mom, Chaz Martin, Macro Geek, Alexander Brown, Irish Sweetness, Cruella, Waltham, sorry if I'm repeating some of these, Evelyn in Maine, Michael Michaels, Do Your Duty RN, Vintage MJ, thank you. All of our members, Mama of Six. And thanks to our other viewers as well. Midi Auntie, Midi John, thanks for watching. Billy Anderson, thanks. Audrey Burbank, thank you. Juliana Martin. All right, guys, we're wrapping this up. We are wrapping it up. Strong One, thanks for watching. Castle Keeper, LCS Fox. All right. So, SpaceX launch. I don't know when the next one's going to be. I don't know when this one is going to be, the one that was supposed to be tonight. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. We'll have to see. I'd like to cover it. I'm going to plan on covering it. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. I am glad that there was not a shooting, as far as we can tell, at the University of South Carolina, contrary to their initial report. That is good news. All right, guys. So I think we are wrapping this up. All right, guys. That is it for now. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry that we couldn't actually bring you the launch because it didn't happen. I wanted to see the launch as well and see what happens. But I assume it'll happen soon, and I'll plan on covering it. That is it for now. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.